What's up, YouTube? That's my Peter McKinnon intro. Oh my gosh. Okay, seatbelt. All right, we get it. Anyways, been a minute, not that long. Been posting up some videos of some of the things we've been doing. Should have one or two videos up here very, very soon. And doing some of the fun stuff, some of the street car stuffs. But as you can tell by the title of this video, we did a couple things to Whitey over the winter. We've still got a set of coilovers to put on, but Whitey is now has GM parts on it, unfortunately. We wanted to tame the car down for the street, and so we put a Turbo400 in it, and just the tunability and everything, we just decided that was the best route to go. Was able to make a pretty clean, quick swap from the 6R80 over to it, and really couldn't be more happy. Had one small issue so far out of it, self-inflicted. Ignorance is no excuse, but I did not know that I need to finish in high gear on a burnout or stay in first, one or the other, and did not know that. Click it in second. Had been doing that for a while, and in the last video, or well, it'll be a video after this one, I didn't have second gear the entire race because the first burnout broke second, or rolled the sprag going into second. And so, you know, first GM product, first break. That's sort of how that works. But put in a Neil Racing Transmissions Turbo400, 248 gear, all that, 34 element sprag, reverse valve, manual valve body, JW bell housing, and man, I couldn't be happier with it. PTC converter, and Virginia driveline, aluminum drive shaft, strange yokes, Sonax front yoke on the drive shaft. And man, it does work, that's for sure. And as you can see by the video, it is very, very drivable. Still have a 315 gear in it, and it's still so drivable. I can kick it down in third. It's got a Doral transcooler. We mounted it in the back and ran the lines towards the back. Comes on immediately with the key. I didn't put any special temperature things. I just went ahead and let it suck all the juice it can, and so it does a great job cooling transmission. Up until recently, once we actually technically broke the transmission, wasn't a very hard fix, but we had a drain plug and a temp sensor bong put in the pan, and so I'll have that. I'll have a temperature gauge going here very soon. It does not have one in it currently, but it has not ran into any issues with temperature problems. Trans brake works amazing, and I actually haven't gotten to test my bump box. Spent the money, have a bump box, haven't tested it yet. And so I've really got to do that before a couple of our races, because staging procedures are starting to be an issue, which they always tend to be, especially after a couple of races. People start to get more and more competitive and things of that nature. But in terms of the transmission, we started out at TX2K, the cash days there, all brand new transmission. First time, our first test hits, I tested it. I had two hits that weren't really hits. Full air in the tires, nothing really. It was to make sure that the transmission would shift, make sure that it was doing good. We went to cash days, sort of threw everything together, and every pass, excuse me, every pass up until here recently, like a week and a half ago, before the water burnout testing video, every pass that we have made had been without test hits, which is probably stupid, but it's what we had to do. We wanted to go ahead and race, and there was just no time to test. Weather wouldn't let us, and the weather was better other places, and I can't drive 3, 4, 5 hours to test. So and now weather's great. no problem testing, but at that point it wasn't. But transmission is doing absolutely amazing, other than me being an idiot and not doing my research on burnout procedures. And a water burnout is extremely hard on the car. It just is. It seems like pimp juice, PJ, all those different things. All right, I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. Here is a 6-door 6.7. I don't know if you could see it, but that's pretty cool. 6-door 6.7 Power Stroke. PJ, all those different things, they are greasier at the initial burnout, and then they get sticky. But water seems to it's definitely, I don't really see, a lot of people complain about a water burnout. I used to complain about a water burnout until I tested with a water burnout, and it seemed to do fine, especially on a lower power car, like mine. People think that I make like 800 horsepower, and it's just not the case. I'm supposed to start my burnout in second, and I haven't tried that yet, so I don't think it's going to work. I don't think I have enough butt to be able to do that. But it's love the transmission. The one thing that I see being the greatest part of it is I'm able to pedal the car. I'm able to shift the car whenever I need to shift it. And the thing about the 6R80 is an amazing transmission. It just is. The 10R80 is going to be an even better transmission. But the 6R80, once you spin and when you try to pedal, that thing goes berserk. It goes bonkers. It just does not want to act right. And whenever you're doing as much stuff as I like to do, no prep / street stuff, not great conditions, not just, fly paper track, you really need to have that ability to pedal without it going stupid. And it has definitely worked pretty good. I've lost a few races so far this year, but I can't complain. It's done exceptionally well for me. I'm really, other than the second gear issue, which really kills me, because I feel like if I had second gear, that some of the races would have been different. I have a oh crap button on the leash that I can add a few pounds of boost and just really push it to its limits if I wanted to. But when you're worrying about second gear, that's what happens. I shift a second, it was going nuts, and it was just to the red line. And there's nothing that I could do about it, because there was no sprag to shift it into second gear, or however that works. Big thank you to Dave Jones for getting me taken care of. He took care of it super quick, because we thought we were going to a race this past Saturday. Weather decided to cancel that, but that is going to be a crazy race, and I can't wait to show you guys that. I'm going to try to film way more of that than I have been. It's extremely hard being a driver to film, but I'm getting off track. Turbo400 Coyote, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're thinking about swapping, hit me up, KOTV Motorsports 14 at yahoo.com. I can get you set up all the way through the process, and get you in touch with Szabo and the different things, and sell you the parts that you need to get it switched over, talk you through that swap process. I was able to have Cy Lee with Lee Tuning and Racing to help me with that, and ended up working perfect. Cy's a great tuner. He tunes my car, so I recommend him for any of your tuning things. But that's gonna be it. Peace out, Girl Scout.